But this decision was God. This incident reminds us that God's sovereign choices are full of surprises. They are unpredictable. The sovereignty of God cannot be controlled by humans, cannot be controlled by tradition, cannot be controlled, if you will, by privilege or position. No, God reserves the sovereign right every now and then to surprise you and go in a different direction. In the world of basketball, when a person has superior ball handling skills, we say that he has handles. He can handle the rock when he has superior ball handling skills. Kyrie Irving, if you will, has ball handling skills, if you will. And when you have superior ball handling skills, you know how to do a dribble called the crossover. Crossover means that when your defensive opponent is in front of you, you make him think you're about to go in one direction. And just when he commits himself thinking you're going in that direction, you dribble the ball through your legs and go in the other direction. That means you've crossed him over. Do I have a witness here? And every now and then, if you do the crossover dribble right, you can make your defense's opponent trip and fall. We call that breaking an ankle. Can I tell somebody today that God has handles? That God, when you think God is going to go in one direction, God will cross his hands and go in another direction. Do I have a witness in here? Child of God, when you think you've gotten God all figured out, God will cross his hand and go in another direction. And that's what happens to Joseph. Jacob pulled a crossover move on him. He thought that Manasseh was going to get the blessing, but God wanted Ephraim to get the blessing. All I want to teach somebody today is that every now and then God will surprise you. God will cross his hand and bless you in ways that you never thought he could bless you. So that when people count you out and say that you'll never amount to anything, God will cross his hands and bless you anyhow. And people will look at you and say, how did you get that job that you're not qualified for? Tell them God crossed his hand. How did you get that house and you don't have good credit? God crossed his hand. How did you afford that car and you don't have a good job? God crossed his hand. How did you get that raise on your job? God crossed. How you living so blessed? God crossed his hand.